Okay, I've taken a strepsil, and I think I'll be okay. Chapter 23. And that the fuck up, bitches. We're just jealous because I got 10,000 reviews. That's a lot, but I don't really think that most of them are going to be good. Thanks to Raven for the help and telling me about the books Girl Who Rock. Let's go shopping together. The door opened and Professor Rumbridge and Cornelia Fudge stomped out angrily. Then Dumbledum and Runbridge sawed us. Mr. Way, what the beep are you doing? Rumbridge shouted angrily. Dumbledore glared at her. Oops, she made a mistake, he corrupted her. She means, hi everybody, come in. Well, we all came in angrily. So did all the other students. I sat between Darkness and Draco and opposite Bloody Mary. Crabbe and Goyle started to make morbid jokes. They both looked exactly like Villavolo. I ate some Count Chocula and drank some blood from a cup. One moment, I'm popping out the chat. Then I heard someone shooting angrily. I looked behind me. It was Vampire. He and Draco were shooting at each other. Draco, Vampire, what the fuck? I asked. You fucking bastard, yelled Draco at Vampire. I want to shit next to her? No, I do, shouted. No, she doesn't fucking like you, you son of a bitch, yelled Draco. No, fuck you, motherfucker. She loves me, not you, shouted Vampire. And then he jumped on Draco. No, not in that way, you perv. They started to fight and beat up each other. Dumbledore yelled at them, but they didn't stop. All of a sudden, a terrible man with red eyes and no nose flew in on his broomstick. He had no nose and was wearing a grey robe. All the glass in the window he flew through fell apart. Yeah, we call that physics. Brittany, that fucking prep, started to cry. Vampire and Draco stopped fighting. I stopped eating. Everyone gasped. The room fell silent. Voldemort. Ebony. Darth Vader? Said evilly in his raspy voice. Thou hast failed your mission. Now I shall kill thou, and I shall kill Vampire as well. If thou dost not kill him before then, I shall kill Draco too. Please don't make me kill him, please, I begged. No, he laughed crudely. Kill him, or I shall kill him anyway. Then he flew away, cackling. I burst into tears. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. Suddenly my eyes rolled up, so they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lightning flash, and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco, while Draco slit his wrists in a depressed way. No, I screamed sexily. Suddenly I locked up and stopped having the vision. Ebony, are you all right? Asked Draco in a worried voice. Yeah, I said angrily as I got up. Everything's all right, Annabee, said Vampire, all sensitive. No, it's not, I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. OMFG, what if I'm getting possessed, like in Da Ring 2? It's okay, girl, said Bloody Mary. Maybe you should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean, though. Okay, Bick, I said sadly, and then we went. Chapter 24. Perhaps stop flaming my story. You're just jealous, so fuck you, okay? Go to hell. Raven, thanks for the help. Well, we had deviation next, so I got to ask Professor Trevelry about the visions. Konnichiwa, everyone, come in, said Professor Sinister in Japanese. She smelled at me with her gothic black lipstick. She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. She had long, dead black hair with blood-red tips and red eyes. Her mom was a vampire. She's also half Japanese, so she speaks it and everything. She and Bloody Marie get along great. She's really young for a teacher. Today she was wearing a black leather top with red lace and the long gothic black ripped dress. We went inside the black classroom with pastors of Emily the Strong. I raised my hand. I was wearing some black naive Polish with red pentagrams on it. What is it, Ebony? She asked. Hey, I love your nail polish. Where'd you get it? Hot Topic? Yeah, I answered. All the preps who didn't know what HT was gave me weird looks. I gave them the middle finger. Well, I have to talk to you about some things. When do you want to do it? How about now? She asked. Okay, I said. Okay, class fucking dismissed everyone, said Professor Trevelry said, and she let everyone go. Except for you, Brittany. She pointed at Brittany and some other preps. Please do exercise and get it on page 3. Okay, I'm having lots of visions, I said in a worried voice. I'm so worried. Is Draco going to die? Well, she gave me a black crystal ball to lock in. I looked in it. What do you see? She asked. I said I see a black gothic skull and a pentagram. Suddenly there was a knock at the door. It was Draco. He was looking really sexy, wearing a black leather faucet, a black gothic Linkin Park t-shirt, and black Congress shoes. Wearing the entirety of the American Congress on his feet. Okay, you can go now. See ya, cunt, said Professor Sinister. Bye, bitch, I said, waving. I went to Draco and Vampire was sitting next to him. We both followed Draco together, and I was so exhibited. Yeah, it's certainly a show to watch this thing. And stop flaming, okay? If you do not, then I'll tell Justin to bet you up. And I'll tell all the Reds to put Virtus in your computer. Fuck you. Raven Fangs for the help. I was so excited. I followed Draco, wondering if we were going to do it again. We went outside, and then we went into Draco's black car. Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Trevelry say? Whispered Draco, potting his gothic wit hand with black nail polish on mine. She said she would tell me what the visions meant tomorrow, I grumbled in a sexy voice. He took out a heroin cabaret and spiked it and gave it to me to spork? He started to fly the car into a tree. We went to the top of it. Draco put on some MCR. Okay, now I've actually got my phone with me, so I can set the mood. If I remember which song this is. All I can think of is... Alright, let's see. Come on. Never mind, I don't think YouTube is going to be working. Let me try one more time. Okay, here we go. That would be my phone. Let's see. Okay. I should probably turn my phone down. And all the things that you never ever told me, and all the smiles that are ever gonna haunt me, sang Gerard's sexy voice. We started tilling off each other's clothes fervently. He took off my black thong and my black leather bar. I took off his black boxers. Then he put his throbbing you-know-what in my tool sexily. Has the author ever had sex? OMFG, Draco, I screamed, having an orgasm. We stated Frenching passively. Suddenly, I fell asleep. Well done. I started having a dream. In it, a black guy was shooting two gothic men with long black hair. No, please don't fucking kill us, they pleaded, but he just kept shooting them. He ran away in a red car? No, oh my fucking god, I shouted in a scared voice. Ebony, what's wrong? Draco asked me as I woke up, opening my icy blue eyes. I started to cry, and tears of blood went down my face. I told Draco to call Vampire. He did it with his black Lickin' Park mobile. But the worst thing was who the people who were shot in the dream were. Lucien and Sirius. And prep stop flaming the story, okay? If you did not leak the story, then go fuck yourself, you fucking prep. Ooh, suck. Oh, why? And I wasn't being racist, okay? Few mutates later, Vampire came to the tree. He was wearing a black leather Jackson, black leather pants, and a good Charlotte t-shirt. Hi, Vampire, I said flirtily as I started to sob. Draco hugged me sexily, trying to confront me. I started to cry tears of blood and told him what happened. Oh, fuck it, Vampire shouted angrily. He started to cry sadly. What fucking dick did that? I don't know, I said. Now come on, we have to tell Dumbledore. We ran out of the castle we ran out of the tree and into the castle. Dumbledore was sitting in his office. Sire, our dads have been shot, said Draco while we whipped some tears from his wiped face. Ebony had a vision in a dream. Jubilo Dre started to cockle. Ha 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 ha. And how do you expect me to know Ebony's not divisional? I glared at Dumbledore. Look, motherfucker, he said angrily as Dumbledore gasped. See, is that toot of Cractor? You know very well that I'm not decisional. Now get some fucking people out there to look for Sirius and Lucien. Porto? Okay, he said in an intimidated voice. Where are they? I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, Long Dawn, I said. I told him which street. He went and called some people and did some stuff. After a few missed tunes, he came back and said that people were going out looking for them. After a while, someone called him again. He said they had been found. Draco, Vampire, and I all left our rooms together. Sorry, I'm very tired. I went with Draco to wait in the nurse's office while Vampire went to slit his wrists in his room. We looked at each other's gothic derperest eyes. Then we kissed. Suddenly, Sirius and Lucien came in on stretchers, and Professor Sinister was behind them. Chapter 27. Vampires will never hurt you. And, you know what? I do not give a fuck what you preps think about me, so stop flaming this fucking story, bitches. Thanks to Raven for your love and sport and help. I love you, girl. Says I couldn't update. Lol, I was really depressed and I silt my wrists. I had to go to the hospital. Raven, you rock, girl. Everyone in the room stated to cry happily. I had saved them. Draco, Lucien, Sirius Bond, Vampire all came to hug me. The nurse started to give them medicine. Come on, Ebony. Come on, Ebony, said Professor Sinatra. She was wearing a gothic black leader dress with a corset top and real vampire blood on it, and fucking black platinum boots. You'd think that would make it difficult to walk. I have to tell you the fucking perdition. I looked at Lucien, Seraphs, Drake, and Vampire. They nodded. I smiled happily and went into a dark room. I had changed Professor Sinister, took out some cards. She started to look into a black crucible ball. She said, Tara, I sense Drac times are near. She said badly. She peered into the balls? You see, you must go back in time. She took out a time toner like Bloody Mary had. When Voldemort was in Hogwarts before he became powerful, he got his hearth broken. Now, do you think he would still become Voldemort if he was in love? I shook my head. You must go back in time and seduce him. If he is still, it is the only way. If he is still evil, then you must kill him. Well, then there's two ways. You can come to my room tomorrow and you can do it. Okay, I said sadly. We did death's touch sin. I went outside again, sadly. What happened? Asked Draco and Vampire. Yeah, what happened? Asked Dick. Darkness, Willow, and Boldy Mary? I was about to tell them, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucian and Sirius being fond. Everyone was proud of me, but I just wanted to talk to Draco. They were cheesing my name, and some reporters were there trying to interview Dumbledore. A banner was put up. Lots of fucking preps were there, obviously trying to be gothic, wearing the hymn sign on their hands, despite them not actually having heard of him. Even Mr. Norris looked happy. A black and red cake had been brought out. Crab and Goik set up some fireworks in the shape of skulls from Wesley's Wizard Wises. I put on my invisibility cloak with Vampire and Draco, and we sneaked outside together. Chapter 28. A.N. I said stop gulfamaying the story. It was a miscat when Professor Relori said that, okay? Go to fucking hell. You suck. Right? Thanks to Philly for the help. Raven have fun with Kiwi? We went into a black room. The walls were black with portraits of gothic bands like MCR, GCM, Marlon Mason all over them. A big black coffin was in the middle. Red Vevled lined the black box. There were 3 chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. You'd think that would make it very difficult to sit down. I was wearing a black corset bar with purple stuff on it, fishnet stockings, and a black leather thong underneath. I sat down on one of the chairs dispersely. So did Draco and Vampire. Are you okay? Vampire asked, potting his alabaster hand on mine. He was wearing black nail polish. I was wearing black nail polish with red crosses on it. Yeah, I guess, I said sadly. Draco also put his hand on mine sexily. I smiled sadly with my black lipstick. The problem is, I have to seduce Voldemort. I have to go back in time. Draco started to cry sadly. Vampire hugged him. It's okay, Bubby, he said finally. But what about me? You're not going to break up or anything, are you? Of course not, I gasped. Really? He asked. Sure, I said. We Frenched sexily. Vampire looked at us longingly. Then I took off Draco's MCR shrift and seductively took off his pants. He was hung like a Stallone. He had replaced the vampire tattoo that said Enemy on it. Black roses were all around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Jared Way. Vampire took a video camera. I had said it was okay before. I took off my clothes, then we were in for the rid of life. We started fretching as we climbed into the coffin. He put his Spock in my you-know-what, and passively we did it. I feel like sex is something you can't do passively. Just like, maybe put it in. I don't know. I'm tired. I love you, Ebaby. Oh, let me feel you. I need to feel you. He screamed as we got an orgasm. We watched Vampire filmed everything perfectly. Suddenly, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, I agree. What? It was Snope and Professor McGoggle. Chapter 29. Anne. Sot das fuck up. Sorry, my throat is very sore now. We're just jealous cause you're prep, so fuck you. Raven, you rock, girl. Thanks for the help. MCR rocks. 666. Oh my Satan, we screamed as we jammed out of the coffin. Snap and Professor McGonagall started to shoot at us angrily. Come now, Preacher McGonagall yielded. We did guiltily. Okay. We left the room, putting on our clothes. Snoop garbed the caramel and put it in his pocket. Yeah, hey, what the fuck? Vampire shooted angrily. Yeah, Buster, what the fuck are you gonna do with the fucking camera? Draco demanded, all protective, looking at me longly with his gothic red eyes. Look, Dumbledore knows your little secret, and if you do this again, then you will go to St. Mango's. So give back the camera. Ha 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 ha, the mystery of logic thinks he is crazy. There is no way Day will believe them. Snoop laughed meanly. Yes, so shut your pfft, you insolent fools, yelled Professor McGonagall. Professor McGoggle. She made us come into a weird room with white stones all around it? There were all these weird tools in it. Draco started to cry, all sexy and sexative. Get it? Because he's a sex bomb, lol. Tom fell not rules for lift, but not as much as Gerard or sex on legs. I love you, you fucking rock. Marry me. I started to cry tears of blood. It happens in Vampire Chronicles. Raven said so, okay? So fuck you. Vampire took out a black handkerchief and started to wipe my red eyes. And then he and Snoop both took out guns using magic. They started to shoot each other angrily. None of the ballots got on each other yet. I took out my wand. Crucio, I shouted. Snap started to scram. He dropped the gun, but it was too late. Both of them had run out of ballets. I stopped to curse. Vampire... Sorry. I'm very tired. Professor McGoogled a spell that we were all chained up. She took out a box of tools. Then she said, Okay, Cerberus, I'm going to go now. She left. Snap started to laugh evilly. Vampire started to cry. It's okay, Ebony, said Draco. Evergreen will be all right. Remember the video you took of Snake? Snape laughed again, and then he took out some whips. Anne, chapter 30. Anne. Stop flamming the story, okay? You do not know what's even gonna happen, okay? So fool you. If you flam, you will be a prep so Al Flamers can kiss my ass. Sus for saying Alzheimer's is dangerous. But that's the mystery's opinion, 'cause society basically sucks. Thanks to Raven, you rock big. No, we screamed sadly. Snap started loafing meanly. He took out a camera anvilly. Then he came towards Darko. He took some stones out of his pocket. He put the stones around Draco and lit a candle. That doesn't sound like it'd be a very stable candle. What the fuck are you doing? I shooted angrily. Snoop laughed meanly. He pulled down his pants. I gasped. There was a dork mark on his you-know-what. He waved his wand and a knife came. He gave the knife to me. You must stab Vampire, he said to me. If you don't, then I'll rap Draco. No, you fucking bastard, I yielded. But then Draco looked at me sadly with his evil gothic red eyes that looked so depressant and sexy. He looked exactly like a pentagram, we'll get it because I'm a Satanist, between Kurt Cobain and Gerard. But then I looked at Vampire, and he looked so smexy too with his gothic black hair. I thought of the time where we screwed and the time when I did it with Draco, and Dumbledore came, and the time where Draco almost committed suicide, and Vampire was so sportive. Snipe laughed angrily. He started to pray to Voldemort. He started to do an incapacitation, dancing around the Stokes, whipping Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, an idea I had. I closed my eyes, and using my vampire powers, I sent a telepathic message to Dart, Draco, and Vampire so they would destruct Snape. Dumbledore will get you, Draco shooted. Yeah, just wait till the mystery find out, Vampire yelled. Meanwhile, I took out my wand. You ridiculous dunderhead, Snoop yielded. He took off all of Draco's clothes, just as he was about to rape him. Crucio, I shouted, pointing my wound. Snoop screamed and started running around the room screaming. Meanwhile, I grabbed my black mobile and sent a text to Sirius. I stopped doing Crucio. You dunderhead. I'm going to kill shooted Snape, but suddenly Cerberus came. Oh no. Has he cloned himself? Did he clone himself? Snake put the whip behind his back. Oh, hello, Sev. I was just teaching them something, he lied. But suddenly, Lucien and Professor Trevelry came into the room, and they and Sirius unlocked the chains and put them around Snap. Then Professor Trevelry said, Come on, Ebony, let's go. And I think I'm going to have to end there. My throat is really killing me, even though I took some Strepsils earlier. I'll try to continue tomorrow.